Yo, 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 welcome, welcome, welcome.
Welcome for real. Welcome to the Elevated Power Book Club, man. Let's go, man. We got the QTNA with Dr. Two Pens Brown himself today, everybody. I'm super excited. First actual check-in. We got the QTNA. So I'm looking forward to this, man. I'm super excited. I'm gonna just sit back and calm down a bit. We got Z. Go ahead. I'll let you talk because I know you got something to say as well.
Why? I'm over here trying to get my coffee together off screen. Listen, I'm trying to get it together, okay?
Right? I got my tea on deck.
Exactly. It's the book club. I got to get my coffee and my little biscuit.
Big facts, big facts.
Listen, y'all. We excited. We giving y'all a chance to go ahead and hop in and tune in with us as y'all are tuning in. Even if you can't stay, go ahead and share it. Go ahead, tag people. We're streaming within our book club, public page on Facebook, our fan page, the Power Within fan page, as well as the Power Within Shy's YouTube page. So y'all can go ahead and share it to other pages and let people tap in and be able to network and connect with not just myself, but as well as Sam the author, Mr. Number One Dad podcaster himself, and Dr. and Dr. Supan, so we can continue to network and build each other's platform, because it's not about me, it's not about Sam, it's not about Dr. Drue, but it's about all of us networking and building each other. So we just giving y'all a chance to come on and watch. We see y'all tapping in. Come on and give us some love. We see you. Go ahead and keep hitting them love buttons. Yes, 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 and share.
Man, I'm super excited. What's been going on with you, Drue, man? It's been a minute, man. I'm seeing how's everything your way, brother?
Oh, man, outstanding, man. Can't complain. Just getting to the work. I know you got that work I sent you this morning, so we're ready to go ahead and leak that for the people, and I'm going to drop that on the 21st. But, yeah, that's what I've been working on, just finish that up. I actually finished that up this morning. I was like, let me hurry up and send this to Sam. I've been trying to hurry up and finish it, and every time I finish a project, it's like it's just I can breathe, you know what I'm saying, and move on to the next one. So I'm really excited about this one. It's going to be special.
Big facts. He did. I low-key woke up and was like, hold on, what, Drue already on it, boy? I was like, no, it ain't started yet, bro. It ain't started. But no, I was like, dang, he already got the new package. You about to unveil that bad boy to everybody. I can't wait for this one. What's this, number 6? 7?
Yeah, 6.
Yep, we're gonna keep it on. We're gonna keep it here though. We're gonna keep it here for everybody, because I know everybody's like, we don't know about that one yet. Let's talk about this first one. So man, I'm ready to dive into this whenever you are. Well, who got the bell cow going on?
Man, that's my phone. Hold on.
I think my lights was responding to it. Did you see that?
Yeah, they was tripping out.
My lights respond to music. It was just responding to it. I see y'all. They speaking. You see the people speaking?
No, I can't.
What they saying?
Let's go.
I'll go Venice.
Venice up in the building. What's good? Thank you. For
Yeah.
tuning in. I'm like, man, it's pretty dope, man. I'm super excited. I know my mama sent me a picture earlier. She was like, look at me. I'm sitting here.
Who is that?
She told me I'm soaking my feet while reading. I was like, everybody trying to be a model. Everybody trying to be a model.
Speaking of your mama, who is that right there?
Hey, sugar. Hey, what's going on, mama? How you doing, baby? I'm glad to see you in there. Yeah.
Listen, y'all. I guess when you let me explain something. When y'all are because we're streaming through the Facebook group, there's a link you have to give StreamYard access to post your name. Otherwise, it's gonna say Facebook user like this. So whoever you are, hey now. We just gonna refer to you as Facebook user, okay? Hey now. Grand afternoon, Queen, King, and Queen. That sounds like a Raquel or somebody right there. So we don't know unless you give us access. So how you doing, Author Anthony? How you doing?
What's going on, brother? What's going on? I'm glad to see everybody tapped in. I'm over here now on my laptop trying to share this mug to some of these groups that I'm in, just to bring awareness to what we got going here today. But yeah, we don't like to waste too much time at all, man. How do you want to start the questions off, Z? You know, this is first time.
Okay, well, first off,
I mean, I like to let the ladies go first. I ain't trying to be like Sam, just bossy. Like, no, you're not gonna
no,
be able to
no,
say.
you're good. First off, we want to say thank you, Dr. Drue. I know you can still hear me. For one participating and being a part and being a part of the book club, which was again, y'all. This started as just a one-time event of me and Sam collaborating, and then everybody like, okay, when we doing it again? And Sam called me like, we supposed to do it again? And so from that came this. So we're like, okay, well, how we gonna do this? And so we thank y'all for y'all's patience because neither one of us are experts. And so we learning as we go and grow. Okay. And thank y'all for growing with us. So we were excited to have you to be a part and to be our first author. And what a book to be our first book, as y'all, you can see I have multiple. Listen, I told Sam, I don't know about nobody else, but Chicago showed up. I know at least, look, Chicago showed up. My sister came in here like a book dealer. My sister came in with a book bag, and I posted it. She went in her book bag and pulled out 5 books. I'm like, what do you?
Dang, that's
She
love.
got that work. She got that work.
Like she out here moving packs.
I said, what happened? She said, well, when I went to order, it was like I ordered add some more to my package, I get free shipping. So I called mama and was like, yo, cash at me. I called my cousin. So she called and made people give her money to
Oh,
order
that's
your book.
love. Oh,
And
that's
then
Oh
she
yeah.
love.
started and she dropped them off. So shout out to my little sister, which is also on my team. So she
Hey,
definitely was
Big shout
pushing.
out.
Yes,
big
yes,
shout
yes.
out.
So shout out to Chicago. They've been showing up. And so you got love up here in Chicago.
Hey man,
And
you
we
got it from
really
all over, all over, all over.
absolutely.
So I'm like,
Absolutely.
hey, we just having fun with it, man. Like I said, we all growing together, for real, for real. Like I said, I'm just glad to have this brother because he's more than just an author. He's a publisher. You know, he's a dad, all of that good stuff, man. So I'm really looking forward to growing. Like we spoke about earlier. Uh, the brother just dropped a project today. You feel me? So I'm like, I know he want to get through this QTNA so we can talk about another one day. So
Absolutely. And I'm here for it. I'm absolutely here for it. So just getting into so the book, those that are tuning in and did not read or still reading or about to order or whatever it is, you ordered it and didn't read it. Listen, one, I know Drew thanks you for ordering the book, number one. Um, but number two, those that did read it, okay, the book was called Slave Minds. If
I was
you
about to
don't
say,
pay
yeah. I was
if
about to
you
say
don't pay
why.
attention, go ahead.
Yeah, I was just gonna say why. Just my question was why write slave minds, and then just kept it as simple like that. But somebody that has never heard about it before, that just may be following us on one of our platforms, like the basic, why write it, bro?
Well, you see on the cover, I have like the slave mines crossed out. You know what I'm saying? So it's like the number one purpose of the book is to eliminate the idea of systematic racism and everything in general by crossing out the slave mentality. So we have to get rid of the slave mind in order to get past racism and not let that be a barrier or a reason that's limiting people's success out here in America or anywhere for that matter.
Got you. Okay, okay. Thank you very much for that one. Cause I was like, somebody, like, what does that mean? Talk to me about it a little bit more. I got it
Oh
right here.
yeah.
He the author. Let's tap into it. If you got questions, type it in the comments right there, and they'll pop up on the screen. For real, for real. My bad, Zach.
Absolutely. I'm glad you said that because you said it's to eliminate the slave minds, and you do it in such a um, unique way. There are many different ways that you do that in this book. Somebody said, "Amen." That's so true, and that's talking about eliminating the slave mentality. Now, the way that you do it in the book, you try to break it down. You say it's a mathematical and scientific look at systematic racism, specifically. And you have a new unique writing style. Anyway, now let me just go on for those who don't know me. No, I am not a published author. I'll put it that way. Damn, no, I got some writing skills.
She definitely. Hold on now. We ain't trying to talk about college, right?
No,
We good.
I ain't
I'm
talking about
just
college
joking.
in
I'm just
general.
joking. I'm just joking. I got you.
In general, Sam, no, I got some writing skills.
She do.
I'm not a published author, but I'm an author and I've edited some stuff, and I've actually both written some stuff for some big names that I will not, mention, but it is what it is. Um, So I noticed that you do have a unique way of writing, and it makes me feel engaged, like you're actually talking to me. Um, it's like, oh, that's a tangent. Let's move on. We're not gonna talk about that right now. And it makes me feel like I'm actually having a conversation with you. And it makes it more engaging. Like, okay, what he about to say next? Or you'll say something off the wall, or you'll put a profanity curse word and don't spell it correctly. But you not only do you spell it incorrectly, but you put it bold and in a color ink. Like what? It talk more about your writing style.
My mama was like, "What is this word that he's saying? This PHUCC?" I was like, "That's fucking, mama. That's definitely fucking right." I was like, "Excuse me, I'm so sorry."
Oh man.
I'm so
Well,
sorry, but that's just the
I
truth.
guess on the way I spell it, with this book, and me and Sam had this conversation. I just really lost like the I don't really go by the general spelling principles anymore because words are so subjective, and it can mean anything to anybody. So I said, okay, these curse words, are they really curse words? You know what I'm saying? So I said, okay, I'm gonna take the profanity out of it, kind of like the way Tupac tried to eliminate the word nigger by making it nigga. So I took my position on these words by just respelling them, which makes them to me, not a cuss word. It's not a cuss word to me if I spell, shit CHET or fuck PHUCC. You know what I'm saying? It's a whole different word and it has a whole different meaning to me. You know what I mean? So when I'm using it, I'm talking about something else. So that's kind of why I did that. But I wanted to make sure I put an emphasis on that with the colors and everything to catch your attention. As you know, I have a background in business and marketing and stuff like that. So I'm always big with the emotional marketing and the colors and everything, and trying to, just like you said, or just trying to engage you, just trying to get the readers to engage with the book. And when I designed the book, I was thinking on the terms of, well, people don't read a lot anymore. People are not really into reading books. People are usually doing things on their phone. So I want to make my books look like something that's on your phone. You know what I mean? It has colors, it's vibrant, and it keeps you drawn into looking at, what's going on in the book. You know what I mean? Yeah, thank you. I put all them colors in there.
Yeah, I'm about to say, look at all them colors.
Definitions and everything, so you can see the keywords. And even with the definitions and stuff, I had to break that down into mathematical equations as well. But
Listen, I was in there. Can you see? Look.
She called me. She said, "I'm ready for this one, Sam." She said, "I got my highlighter ready." I was like, "Hey, that's what he wanted, man. Like, if you are any kind of content creator, you really want the people's opinion on what you're doing, right, so you know how to move forward. So you're not, what I'm saying, holding yourself back, or what I'm saying, you might not know, what I'm saying. Like you said, this brother doing something different right now. So yeah." Keep it going, bro. Keep on doing your thing, man. We're gonna get to it.
That's kind of how I came to it, though. Just trying to think of a more engaging way to articulate words that people see as, quote unquote bad or profane. As my business partner always says, Brother Gaplord, he always says, I'm the Lord of profanities. But I always disagree because I'm like, nah, these aren't cuss words. This is something else. This is something different. It's my meaning. It's my definition. It's just me just taking ownership of a word and making it my own, empowering myself, some self-empowerment stuff. Everybody can spell it how they want to spell it, but it's like, what are these words? You know what I'm saying? These words is what's confusing everybody. And that's what the book is about, how words confuse people and send people down rabbit holes that a lot of them don't even be able to make it out of.
You heard it here first, people. Go
ahead. Let me see. There is something in your, what I called your like introduction, but it was really your from me to y'all. You made a statement. You said something. You were talking about personal experiences and how when we take our this was one of your math problems. You said that when we take our personal experience and then you add the media, that's math. Then you amplify them, which is also math, along with a long history of brutal treatment against Black people to different forms of media and information. You get one or two things. You're going to come up with a problem or a solution. And I'm going to have to agree with that. You come up with a problem or a solution. And I know it's like at one point, like even throughout the book, it's kind of like mindset. And correct me if I'm wrong. One of the things I gathered from your writing is like racism will go away if we stop dwelling on it. If we stop making it such a big deal.
Message.
If we stop, if we just stop. It'll stop if we stop. So I get all of that. The only thing that I struggle, with that, I'm as much as I'm trying to be a part of the solution, I cannot ignore my history. I cannot ignore the past. And I don't think that you're saying to do that. But
No, not at all.
at the same token, racism is not what I do. Racism, I can be perfectly fine minding my own business, but it does not stop me. If just because I don't talk about it, it does not stop me from being a victim of racism.
Right. And so what I look to do, and this be like I said, come up from a personal perspective. Many people that know me know I was the angry black man back in the day. Even on Twitter, I still actually have the original angry black man account on Twitter. Like nobody has that name. And I used to hate white people. I used to hate white people. And what I did for me, I had to eliminate the word racism in my mind. Now, me and my wife had the same conversation, and we disagree on it, but at the same time, this is how my approach to it and how I respond to it, and then this is a solution that helped me in my life. If you're somebody that's struggling with getting around racism and dealing with it and maintaining it, and it's causing you problems and stuff like that, well, here's a solution for you. It's eliminate the word from your mind. Look at it as hate and see it as that and nothing else and nothing more. Because when you call it racism, now it's like, well, who is all racism? We can't tell who's racist until they do something. Anybody can be a racist. A person that's a racist, that's a quote unquote racist, could be like, they could give you $100 million and still hate black people in their mind. You know what I mean? So you really can't really uncover all the racists. So it's just like, well, I don't want to sit here and focus on this one group of people and wonder about all these maybes. I'm just going to keep moving and have a wait and see attitude and just kind of see what the future holds for me. And, whatever happens, happens. And if, somebody happens to do something that's, a form of hate towards me, then I'll respond to it accordingly. But I also talk about in the book about forgiveness as well. I'm real big on forgiveness. I try to make sure that I forgive as many people as possible because I don't want to get caught up in hating people. And, and I don't forgive for them. If people don't know, forgiveness isn't for that person. It's for you to release yourself from the situation.
That's
So
good.
for
True
me,
message.
for me, that's how I release myself from the racism. And that's just me, though. That's me. Like, it's not going to be for everybody else. 'Cause like I said, I was the angry black man, and it had me out here tripping. And so I had to completely disconnect myself from race and all of that other stuff and get back, really to my relationship with God and just see it as just hating and love and just keep it as that and keep it simple for myself. Because racism itself is so complex. It's so many things, so many layers to it. Like, oh, is that racist? Because what's racist to someone else might not be racist to someone else. You know what I'm saying? The word itself is so subjective that I said, I can't take it no more. I'm done. I'm good. Y'all can have it. You want to hate me because I'm black? That's your problem. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Just don't put your hands on me. Don't touch my family. You can try to discriminate against me. That's fine. I'll find a way around you. I'm not fit to sit up here and fight with these people anymore because I don't have time for that. Because at the end of the day, the true people that really hate you, they're not going to step to you on some, I'm about to fight you or come at you on some real stuff. They just going to try to play little games and they try to use it to just manipulate us and have us all out, run around confused and crazy and stuff like that. So that's kind of how I came at it. And that's why I came to that conclusion. But like I said, though, I agree with what you're saying. Whatever works for you, you know what I'm saying? I would say do that because what works for me may not work for you. I just shared the book and just, my personal experience and share what helped me move past it so I can move forward in my life.
No, we're actually on the same page. That's why it's good that we're able to have the conversation because what I was reading didn't necessarily line up with exactly what you were trying to get out or explain. So you explaining it verbally kind of sheds more light actually to what I read. So I see we see y'all. They're definitely applauding you and talking about your writing style and how humbling it is for you to take this approach. And it is humbling to hear you say, like, I hated white people and to now not have that mindset and to also go back to you had to realize that the forgiveness was not for them. It is for yourself. And, y'all know me being a believer in God, in Christ Jesus, more deeply and specifically, and in the Bible, we have to forgive as Christ forgave us. It's not for them. Exactly. It is
Message.
for us. I definitely agree with you wholeheartedly. One of the let me see, somebody actually posted a question. Let me see. We see you, Tony. He said, "Drew, you
You hit
hit
the nail on the head, bro. Boom.
listen, and we got an amen. Yes, he
Amen. We
did.
got all the choir, the congregation is feeling you, Drew.
Oh yeah,
Listen,
thank you.
all right,
Appreciate it.
okay,
Okay, now.
all right. In chapter 2, you wrote racism is a concept or tool that has been used to strategically control the minds of the masses. What do you mean by the masses? Who are the masses? Also, do you believe in invented racism? Is that Bernice?
Yeah, that's Venice. When I say the masses, anybody that subscribes to it, it can get white people too. Racism is a game that's played on both sides. If you put white people in the media and you always see them as a successful person on the shows. So if you're a poor white person and you're sitting at home and you're being programmed by the TV, just like black people are programmed by the TV to act and believe a certain way, it's programming the reality in these people's heads to believe that they're superior because of the color of their skin. And that's what you people call racism, and that makes them act a certain way towards certain people because of the color of their skin. So now they're like, well, I identify with this successful white person on TV, so I'm gonna go around treating everybody like trash, that's not white because I'm white, and I'm supposed to be successful like these people on TV, but in reality, you're not. What I'm saying, you're just a regular person. I've seen this from people who are just waitresses and stuff like that. They kiss up to these people over here, but then you have a table full of black people and they're treating you differently. And at the time, I got mad, but now looking back, I wish I would have asked them, like, why do you act like that? You know what I'm saying? What's making you have this ego trip? You know what I'm saying? And I realized, it's just, they watching too much TV and they buying into the idea of I'm white, like like I'm like they think they white like Donald Trump. But nah, you're not white like Donald Trump now. You know what I'm saying? You a different type of white. You know what I mean? It's about the money. As from a business perspective, I look at everything from a business perspective in America because I look at the USA like it's an LLC. I call it United States America LLC. You feel me? And when you look at it from that perspective, you see that racism is designed to keep the poor fighting against the poor while the rich just get richer, and we just down here fighting over who's black and who's white while they over there making millions and billions of dollars and giving their kids the money, and they just running around doing whatever with the money. You know what I mean? So yeah, I haven't heard of invented. Do I believe in invented racism? I've never really heard the term, but I definitely think that somebody invented it to keep it. And I talk about that in the book, how it started during slavery. You get race. You know what I'm saying, and where it comes from and how it kind of originated, how they started separating people during slavery. So I definitely think that invented racism is definitely a possibility. But again, I go back to hate and love. When you start talking about systemic racism, systematic racism, invented racism, reverse racism, you know what I mean? Like, it gets confusing and we don't even see what the real problem is. Like somebody just said, the news. People watch the news and be like, oh, look, racism, look. You know what I'm saying? Look at those crazy black people. They're always doing this and they're judging based off the news, not even realizing that it's just everybody does crime. You know what I'm saying? No matter what the higher rate is in whatever specific demographic, everybody does crime. You know what I'm saying? And it's levels to criminal activity because, white collar crime is some of the worst crime to me because people that rip off people that, are working hard and they got on these nice shiny suits. I'd rather you stick a Glock in my face and rob me than to be smiling in my face with a nice suit and take all my money. You know what I'm saying? And that's almost just as worse. So, yeah, that's what I think about that. But yeah, the masses is just everybody. You know what I'm saying? The majority of the people. A lot of people believe in racism. They believe it's like the key piece to America, and they believe that it's controlling America. But it's classism. And Dr. Claude Anderson is real big on that. He always talk about. That's what I learned watching some of his videos and some of his lessons. Just classism. You got to be just aware of what they're doing with the classism and how to counteract that. Within your own home.
Man, that's super dope, man. My mama my mom was like, this brother deep, man. She was like, you kick it with some deep people, huh? I was like, mama, I was like, hey, I don't always want to be the smartest person in the room. You feel me? Like,
right.
This brother, like I said, he's a publisher. He dropping books. You know what I'm saying? You got to put yourself around people that's doing some things that's in the field that you want to be with. You know what I'm saying? I've just been blessed to have been knowing this brother for a very long time. It's pretty cool to actually hear the people's feedback, man. I love it, everybody. Thank y'all, everybody that's out there tuning in. That's actually tuning in to this. This is super dope. Because we keep talking about words. I'm gonna go to the science of words. I underline this part here. I said the next time a word makes you feel like something, think about the science behind it all. Know that the word itself is not the thing that is making you feel bad. It's the energy behind the word, pretty much behind it, man. Because like you said, a lot of people get built up out, get bored. They be like, "What you just say?" I was like,
Yeah. I done
real
been
quick.
there. Get tight. I done been there, and from my like all my books is about my personal experience. You know, almost every book is like my therapy, almost. You know what I mean? Like I'm just writing about my life. You know, and the things that I've endured and went through, and came up out of, and was able to, blessed to be able to see it, because everybody don't get to see it. Everybody don't see that. You know what I mean? They don't see that this is what was holding them back. And for
Yeah.
years, I didn't know it was my anger that was holding me back. I used to use my anger like yeah, this is my superpower, but it's all energy. And somebody could say something to me and I get real tight, you know what I'm saying? Get real emotional and not making good decisions and stuff. And it just held me back for years and it hindered my growth. And once I was able to realize that, I was able to come up out of that. But then I realized, oh, this is science. This is about science. This is, it's the metaphysics aspect of it, which is science. You know what I mean? So yeah, that's why tapped into that part of what the words are and what they mean, and the vibrational frequency of it. And also in the book, I talked about they had that diagram of the ear and how you're not really hearing. You know what I'm saying? You're feeling, yeah, that right there. You feel the vibration. The words from my vocal cords vibrate. You know what I'm saying? A certain frequency. So if somebody says, "Shut up, be quiet," it's a little different. But if somebody's like, "Shut up, be quiet," yelling it, it's going to hit you a little different. The vibrational frequency carries a different type of energy. So, that's something you got to weigh into context too whenever you listen to somebody speak to you, or when interpreting somebody's message they're trying to communicate with you.
And that kind of goes with it's not what you say, it's how you say it.
Exactly. Yeah.
As well as the Maya Angelou, quote, sometimes you don't remember what people say, but you always remember like how they made you feel.
Mm-hmm.
And that happens like in life. To this day, I might not remember like why I was mad at somebody, but I sure never forget like the moment like when they said whatever they said, the feeling that they left with me. And that's absolutely true. It's like we have to be mindful of the way. And again, as you talk about the manipulation, and you actually even talked about later on, the magic behind words, and how it was used in slavery, magic, and voodoo and witchcraft and all of that to play on words, and we even still do it today. And as we talk about looking from different news channels, it is a play on words. People play on words to play on your fears, to play. Even if you look at the pandemic today and you look at the COVID numbers, you always look at all of the COVID cases, but of those cases, they never tell you how many people recovered. They only show you like the death toll, but if they ever showed you like of all of the death toll, like how many? Yes, it's so sad that 400, some thousand people have
Most definitely.
died, but look how many people have recovered. Like I am a part of the cases, but I'm also one that never got reported for being recovered. You know,
That's crazy.
so now there's a fear of COVID being out there, but people don't recognize there's can also be healed from it. So there's definitely a play on words. I think it doesn't just have to do with racism, but definitely plays a role in slavery and still today.
Mm-hmm. Yep, man. I'm loving all this energy, man. For real, for real. I'm glad to, like you say, to read it and then to hear you. I'm like, this brother really do. You know what I'm saying? Like it hit different, and I appreciate it. What you sipping on over there, girl? You sure let me go ahead and grab me some with my tea then.
This is my good old coffee.
Okay, okay. East Coast has a smile on their face and still fronting racism. Right, man.
They over here talking up. Listen,
Hey, that's
Real
Dr.
neurologic.
Drue.
Man, I probably was in a past lifetime. You never know.
For real, for real. Julia paid attention along your
Oh, thank
journey
you,
in
thank
life.
you, thank you.
Man,
I
that's dope.
definitely mean a lot coming from somebody that's older than me. They could look at me and see that, because sometimes we could be so into the process, and I'm one of them people that I just get to working and put my nose in it, and I don't even realize what I'm doing or how it will impact people. And it's being like I didn't get to say in the beginning, but I definitely appreciate this platform y'all allowed me to come on here and just get people to interact with my work. You know what I mean? It is definitely a privilege to have people read my stuff, read my writing and everything. People know I talk a lot, and that's why I write books. You know what I mean? But yeah, man, I definitely appreciate the feedback and everybody that can see something in me that I haven't even seen in myself. You know what I mean? I'm still growing. I'm still learning every day. So, I definitely appreciate the feedback everybody been giving.
Man, I have a question. What they got? Oh goodness, I'm getting old. I forgot. Oh, I know my question. So, do you agree that racism is taught?
Is what?
It's taught. It's not. You're not born racist. That is something
Yeah,
that is a learned
100%.
behavior.
100%. Nobody's taught nothing when they born. When you born, like I tell my son, I tell them kids, I was like, man, I knew you before you knew who you was. This person you think you are today is not really even you. Same for us. Before we knew our names, our parents knew it. Same for our parents. So yeah, it's definitely something. It's definitely a learned behavior, and it's taught from parents and in the community that people be in, and also through the media. They teach you through the media, through the, and I talk about that. I'm real big on that subconscious programming, because people don't realize when their subconscious is being programmed by something. By you just seeing something on TV and just watching it, you may not respond to it that day, but you may go outside and somebody may look at you a certain way and you responding to something you saw on TV and not even realizing you think that's how you feel, but really you've been programmed subconsciously. The subconscious mind is always going, even when you sleep. That's like the dream world we go into and stuff like that. But yeah, I'm real big on that subconscious programming, and people get programmed subconsciously and be out here just tripping, you know what I mean? Hating people and don't even understand why they're doing what they're doing.
It's funny that you say that. I couldn't watch boxing and UFC fight and things like that because I noticed that whenever I would watch things like that or anything violent, everybody know
Oh
me.
yeah.
I'm a
Oh yeah.
preacher
Nah, I'm
girl.
already know it.
I'm a preacher girl. I've been preaching since I was 14 years old. Like I've been in church all of my life. You understand me? So every fight that I had in school, like in high school, that means I was a church girl. When I would watch these fights and all of that, it was always something in me. Like when I would leave Buffalo Wild Wings, I'd be ready. Like I'm looking for somebody to say something crazy to me. Like I'm looking for you to jump stupid with me because I'm ready to fight. And because I grew up in a predominantly white neighborhood, went to a predominantly white school where they already picked on me. I was like the civil rights movement of my high school, like all joking. Aside, I was the civil rights movement of my high school. Like they didn't honor Black History Month. They honored every other little holiday and cultural whatever. But when Black History came around, there was absolutely nothing. And I went to leaders and was like, okay, y'all do know y'all have at least one Black student here of the 3,000 students. Pretty big
Right.
school. Y'all don't do anything for Black History Month. They decided to play the saddest, blackest Mahalia Jackson, Precious Lord over the intercom as we were walking. I was like, I feel so slavish right now. What is happening? And so I became what they used to call my mom all the time. I became like, they labeled me like a rebel. I'm like, I'm not even doing nothing. I'm just trying to get y'all to stop picking on the Black kids, whatever. And so when them fights and stuff will be coming on, I'll be watching with my daddy, them pay-per-view things. You best to believe I'm getting a write-up sometime during that week.
I feel you. I had that same experience with the show The Wire, and I was getting high, and I binge watched it. I binge watched it, and I was going to work, and I was working with Black people, and I was like, man, I'm ready to bust off. I'm ready to get the strap. I'm ready to do it. And I'm like, wait a minute, man, this ain't you. You can't do this. You can't do this. This is unprofessional. This is ridiculous.
I wish somebody would say something today.
My wife called me out. That's why I love my wife, because she always she definitely like my better half, and she was like, "You think you should be watching The Wire?" I was watching The Wire and The Sopranos. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm out here like, man, go get the Mac. I'm a kid. I'm a person that was a kid watching Goodfellas. At a very young age, I watched Minister Society. Like 8, 9 years old or something like that. So watching those movies, it's cool to watch it, but you know, you got to realize, like I was saying, subconscious programming. You know what I'm saying? I'm watching this show, then somebody do something to me, somebody cut me off in traffic. You know what I mean? And that's something else that I had to get rid of, my road rage syndrome. I used to have road rage syndrome, something terrible, and I'm getting mad at the driver. But really, I've been watching Tony Soprano whack people all morning, and now I'm mad at this person that's driving. Where really they just minding their business. They don't know me. They don't owe me nothing. You know what I mean? But I'm over here hot. I'm mad, like, you know what I'm saying? And you know, the stress, you know, it was causing my hair to fall out. That's why I started growing my hair out. I didn't know what it was. Oh yeah, my little brother was clowning me like, "Boy, look at your hairline." I'm like, "What?" I just started growing my hair out, not realizing that it was the anger that was causing my hair to fall out. And once I stopped being so angry, I noticed my hairline beginning to grow back. No joke.
That is hilarious. But yeah, I definitely noticed, you know, that with the feeling things of the words, and as far as like the mind and all of that, I do think that media plays a huge role in it. And y'all, as we are talking, if y'all have any of your favorite quotes or anything from the book, I want y'all to post them so we can share if y'all have any of your favorite quotes from the book. Where is this one part? I'm glad you brought up, you touched on it a lot. You touched on it. It was about the sound and the vibrations and all of that. And it kind of made me think of another one of those little pondering questions. You're talking about the black church, and when the preacher uses certain words to ignite the Holy Ghost fire. Can you speak more on that? You said what people don't understand, if they use those same words in the woods, nothing would happen if they use those same words.
So if you're in the woods by yourself and you start using those same words and nobody's around to receive that or catch that vibrational frequency at that specific moment, it won't do anything. It'll just go, you know, through the air. You know what I mean? But in a church, and you know, you've been to a black church, you know, I mean, ain't nothing like a black church. And when the preacher gets started, when he start preaching, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, you missed it. You missed it. You missed it. You weren't looking.
Oh yeah, hey.
I'm gonna dig a little deeper in the
Hey,
offering plate
I used to
today,
go to
man.
I used to go to Greater First Deliverance and Bishop Little. I mean, that man be preaching. You know what I'm saying? Senior Bishop Little Senior. I mean, hey, he be preaching, and when he start preaching, I mean, that place, like, you think a bomb done went off up in there. You know what I mean? Like, boom, it's the Holy Ghost fire. I didn't see people, boom, everything going crazy, and I'm like, wow. You know what I'm saying? But you know, some people say, oh, that's bad and stuff like. But yeah, I don't get into all that because you know, me and my wife had this discussion about church, and it's always about you go there for what you going there for. And when I went to church and stuff like that, and I was active trying to go to church all the time, you know, I got something from what he was saying, and just seeing the people come together like that, it gives me hope and lets me know that we can come together whenever we want to. You know what I'm saying? That's just the example every Sunday of people coming together. So, you know, the church is still, you know, it could still be that backbone and the leading driving force within every community. But you know, it's all about, you know, those words though. And like I said, when you start preaching, I mean, it's going up. You know what I'm saying? It's about to be lit.
Let me just touch on that. Being the preacher that I am, the little black girl from the little Baptist church, let me, because what I feel, I don't know if I'm gonna agree with, like, I get that you feel the words, but for me, I don't think that it's necessarily the vibration that brings the you know the black church out. You know what I'm saying? I think in a sense, I'm gonna say I agree part of the way, because it's not necessarily the cares. You know, they're like, they say we're charismatic in black churches, where we're moving off of emotion and this, that, and the third. But in reality, it's not necessarily the vibration of the word. It's what you may say that causes to think, which is the same reaction with systematic racism. It's just a positive reaction. It's what the preacher may be saying that may cause me to think a certain way. Okay, God is a good God. So then it may cause me to think, okay, God has been good to me. Or it may cause, okay, God is a healer. Because
I can
everything the
feel that.
preachers say doesn't make me jump up, doesn't make me clap, doesn't make me holler out. But when it says that God is a healer, and I think back at, oh my goodness, of the 4 people in my family that had COVID, I'm the only one that was hospitalized whose oxygen dropped down to 79%, and they couldn't figure out why. Why I thought I was dying, and for the doctor to tell me we have no cure for this COVID. This is what the doctor said to me: we have no cure for COVID, so we just gonna figure out. We just gonna hope that your oxygen comes back up. And I'm laying there with a hopeless doctor, basically, and then to be healed and sent home with oxygen and to be off of oxygen 3 days later, and then to hear my pastor say God is a healer, and then you get a holler out of me. It wasn't that he said it in such a way that caused vibrations that made me just want to run around. It was that he said God is a healer that caused memory for me to remember, oh my goodness, he healed me from COVID, and now I'm crying tears of joy. So I'm going to agree that the words do ignite something, because it ignites some kind of memory, whether it's a traumatic memory or victorious memory, because of that. But I was just wanting you to further explain I'm just gonna say, if I was in the wilderness by myself and I said out loud that God is a healer, I'm gonna act the same way by myself as I was in the church of 5,000, because I'm not gonna praise him or jump around because of the other people around me. But I get your point about the power with the other folks. They got the new shoes on that they want you to see when they skip.
And I wouldn't even talk about that really. I was talking about exactly what you're talking about. It's going to hit different people, differently. So like you said, if you went through a traumatic situation or, whatever it was, that specific word. And when I say the preacher's preaching, I'm not talking about, the buck and dance and just, all of that stuff. I'm talking about like he's talking to the preacher, or he or she is talking about something that's relevant, something that has some substance for the people in the congregation, that's going to uplift them and help them in their journey, with God and Christ and everything. So that's what I'm referring to. I didn't put that part out there first, but that I'm talking about the same thing you talking about. I'm not talking about that play preaching. I'm talking about that
I
real,
just
when they,
wanted that
yeah,
clarity.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. When they really preaching, it's going to hit different. And I'm not a person that's going to jump up and down and scream and stuff like that. But I can definitely look and see if I can feel the energy. I can just feel the vibration off the people all around me. Oh, this is something different. This is hitting different.
absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? What he's saying is causing something very positive, and you can feel the positive vibrations throughout the room. So that's exactly what I'm referring. I'm talking about the same thing. Yeah, we on the same page with that. Yeah, I ain't talking about that play
Absolutely.
preaching. Yeah, I ain't talking about that. Nah,
Hey,
nah.
I've been waiting on her to ask that question this whole time. I was like, when's
Shut
she
up,
gonna ask
Sam.
that one? I was waiting on it. I was like, she a
Oh,
little
I was
passionate.
reading the book. I was reading like it was a school assignment.
Oh, I see. I definitely see. Yeah. Well, I
I
love the
got a
questions,
quote.
man. Keep them coming.
I got a question for you. How long did it take you to write the book? Like the process on that.
Man, so it was on and off thing, because I started it and then I was writing a storybook. And so I was like, all right, man, I got so many different styles of writing right now that I was like, let me start off with something a little bit more serious and get something off my chest. So it took me about, I would say, anywhere from about 6 to 8 months to write this book. You know what I mean? Design it and everything and get it just fully completed, excuse me, to get it all the way done and, edited and all that stuff, man. So I would say anywhere from 6 to 8 months. Yeah.
Okay. I mean, you did your thing with it. I knew that, man. Like I say, when we met a while back, and I'm glad that we getting to get you all this feedback that you've been asking
Yeah,
for,
man,
man.
that's crazy, bro. That's crazy. We were sitting up there in the spot with the laptop, you know what I'm saying, just doing it like that. Now we, you know what I'm saying, all over the state, all over the country now, you know what I'm saying? I'm in Chicago, you know what I mean? Like this is really beautiful to watch this thing grow. Like started this 2 years ago and now look where we at.
Big facts, man. I'm super excited. Quote, some of you white people are really white niggas. Woo, message.
Ah,
But hey man, but you talked about it in your book, and you just said it a little bit a while ago. Like for real, like y'all not in Trump's range, bro. Like this brother ain't touching none of y'all's. Like y'all nowhere near him, and y'all really thinking he worried about y'all. I mean, but I'm not. That's like you said. Your words. That's a tangent. I ain't gonna go there. I ain't going there. You know what I'm
It's
saying?
tangent time.
It's
It's
tangent
tangent
time.
time.
Like nah, I'm not even going there. That's why I just rise above it, and let's just keep it positive and like you keep it professional, man. For real. I'm
I
serious.
love Venice. I love her. Is it Venice?
Yeah,
Yes.
Benice. Yeah, that's my
I
East Side
love
sister.
Denise. She got another one.
Words can create feelings that translate into either love or hate. Mm-hmm. Message.
Yes, definitely a message. And I even add to that. I know she's quoting you, but I even add to that. Not only translate love or hate, but words can translate love or hate depending on even who they come from. Because it depends on who's even delivering the word, whether you'll receive it as love or hate. And that's another thing that we have to understand. Because, like you said, white people can give us some stuff and it can give you all the money in the world and never know if they love you or hate you in their heart unless they say it. Racism, you don't know what people are thinking in their heart. Racism isn't a thought, it's an action. Prejudice is a thought. Me prejudging you is a prejudgment in my head. But until I act on it, it's not racism until I act on it and things of that nature. So I definitely love that one. It's translated into either love or hate. Definitely so.
I'm
I
so
got a
glad.
question.
Go ahead, my fault.
No, no, no.
You can read the question. How was writing this book and publishing it impacted you and your circle? How has writing this book and publishing
I would say in a positive way. I got homies that do art. Of course, my boy Shelby, my business partner Gap Lord, on the Juice Crew Villain show. He's doing it. I mean, he's been doing this thing, but I definitely see that just picking up on his end. And I'm not, I only be doing nothing for him with it. You know what I'm saying? I got another friend who does art, and his stuff is starting to pick up as well. My boy Yaya Yeezy photography. He picked up the camera. He was shooting some of my first shots. You know what I mean? And he's picking up on his photo business and the photography business and stuff like that. And it's just my creative side. You know what I mean? Like I said, I talk a lot. People that know me know I'll talk for 10 hours straight if you let me. You know what I mean? But I just put it all in the books. You know what I mean? And kind of go from there. So I could definitely see just the positive impact it's had on people around me. And I was kind of, I try to do it for that. While we all want to make money, it's really about those goals. And chasing those goals instead of chasing that money. You'll get to the money, but what's your goal? You know what I'm saying? Like I said, Sam, my goal is to sell 100,000 books every year. You know what I mean? I don't know how much money that'll be dollar wise, but I'm about selling these books and making sure I touch a lot of people with what I'm doing, so they can help just open their minds and free themselves for the just free themselves from the mundane society that we've been just stuck in for years. You know what I mean? Our parents been stuck in it, their parents been stuck in it, and I just feel like it's that time, with our generation where we have such so much access to information that we can make the change through the information.
Absolutely.
Message. Says I love you too, Queen. Ooh, speak. You ain't lying. It depends on who delivering it. You ain't lying. Facts, man.
Y'all who don't have a book, y'all get the book. Let me tell y'all something. Drew's so funny. He is so funny.
I also read a tangent.
The man got a whole definition, list of definitions.
He got the shout out page.
Shelby drew that one too. Oh, and every book I shout out somebody. I shout out a lot of people in that. And that book right there, that's the biggest shout out page. It's my first book. So I made sure I touched everybody that I could think of, you know what I'm saying, that I grew up with, that I've encountered over the years before I did this. But yeah, and every book, I do some mental health disorders. And in my new book, I got it's gonna be my mental health disorders that I had myself. So y'all be looking out for that. It's gonna be a sight to see.
I'm glad y'all brought that up. So I'm gonna go through the Dr. Drue X Brown's list of mental health disorders. I'm gonna make y'all go read that, but I'm gonna just go ahead. Fake deep syndrome. You feel me? Like, hey, everybody got their homeboy that you using words just for no reason. Like, why don't you use that word right there? So I can feel what you're saying on that. The clout chasing syndrome, baby boy syndrome. You want to talk about that one? Drue?
Oh, baby boy syndrome. It's just like the movie. Everybody knows somebody like that, that's up under their mom and just can't seem to get from up under and just be a man. They cling to women and just, they lack that basic relationship with their father and everything, which is kind of will get you stuck into that. I understand it, and I don't, I'm not a condemner. You know what I mean? I just call it how I see it. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, yeah, that's why I came up with that.
Pretty dope. You got the second childhood syndrome, baby daddy syndrome, baby mama syndrome. Hey, y'all, y'all might want to tap all the way in. I'm trying to tell you, right? Like social media syndrome, white privilege syndrome. Hey, that one right there is real, man. What's the Karen?
Oh yeah.
So I'm like, yeah, this is the Karen. Hey, that's the Karen's chapter right there, man. Because yeah, they really be out here like he care about y'all, but that's something totally different. We're gonna keep on past that. See what you got for me. We got the comments, everybody. Nothing. I'm just.
Did y'all see that? Did y'all see that question?
No, I didn't
The
see it.
question was, how did you get into writing?
Okay, yeah, that's what I thought. I got into writing. I would have to just give it all to God because I never wanted to be a writer. I actually wrote my first book in 2008 on a T-Mobile wing, and I didn't know what I was doing. You know what I mean? I just wrote it because it was just in me to write it, and somehow I found myself in this path. I would say my mother, she didn't want me to be a writer either. But when I was younger, she used to make me write whole chapters as a form of studying because she couldn't just, give me the answers. She made me write the whole chapter. And she give me her own personal test. And if I got it wrong, I had to go back and write the whole chapter. And so from doing that, I learned to formulate sentences and just develop that basic writing style. And I didn't even know it was something I was good at until I got to college. And I was writing papers for people, getting paid to do that. And I didn't even know I could write. You know what I'm saying? And then I'm like, well, my LU mother, Mrs. Boyle, she's like, I was calling her one day, I was complaining about my life, and she was like, I don't know, Drue, just go write a book. I said, that's a good idea. I think I'm gonna go ahead and do that. I'm gonna go ahead and start working on that. And that was in 2017. And that's what definitely got me really back into writing to where I'm blogging. My wife told me, she's like, you should start a blog. She told me, I think I wrote like 7 blogs in one day when she told me that. You know what I mean? So I just got into writing. I was influenced by the people around me, but I would have to say the people around me is around me because of God. I never looked for these people. These people, I just kind of bumped into them on my path. I was looking for something totally different. You know what I'm saying? My plans for my life was something totally different.
Woo, be careful, Drue.
Hey, if you would tell me 5 years ago I would be a writer or write this many books, I'd be like, no way. Big bro Kerry, he was like, man, you want to write a book? Just write a page a day, man. 100 days, you got you a book right there. I'm like, dang, that's real. And even at that time, I couldn't even think of nothing to write. I couldn't even think of it, but I had that idea just always in the back of my mind. Like, once I started writing, I was like, a page a day. I'm trying to write a chapter a day. You feel me? Like, I'm trying to write pages every day. You know what I mean? I'm still like that with my writing, but just the people around me, they just, heavily influenced me. But I have to just give it all to God because God put these people in my life. And I never would have thought I would know any of these people, coming from where we come from. You know what I mean?
Message, man. That's like you say, divine connections, man. I've been knowing you for a very long time. Just how you autographed my book. You feel me? Back when we was playing church league basketball.
Oh yeah.
Back in the day. So, like you said, like just to see when you told me that you was writing, I was like, for real? Like, let's talk more about that. You know what I'm saying? Because like we so accustomed to, sports, everybody want to be on that. I'm like, man, what else? And then when you hit me with the book, I was like, oh, okay, I like this, bro. And like I said, he legit. First interview, y'all gonna have to run it back and go press play on some of the old content. But he legit, he was like 100,000. He was like, yeah, I'm just trying to sell 100,000 books. And I was just like, well, I ain't gonna promise you that people listening to my podcast is gonna get you to 100,000. But I definitely get you on the podcast so we can talk about what you got going on because. Like I said, that was like a year or so ago, man. It went from this one to you talking about today, like you got your 6'1". So, man, the sky's the limit, or what they say, the ceiling is the roof, or what Mike say. Yeah. I'm like, hey, just keep on going, man. Keep being dangerous. That's my advice from you because you definitely found your niche.
Who didn't make the? Is that Vanessa said she didn't make the cut?
No, Chris Royal.
Chris Royal?
Yes.
I feel like he in there on the Kappa section.
He definitely is, brother. He hit me up this yesterday.
That mean he didn't read the book.
Yes, he got the book. He got the book. I got the book right here too. Yes.
If he said he ain't make the cut, that mean he ain't. If y'all say he in there and he said he ain't make the cut, somebody lying. Either he ain't in there or he ain't read the book.
But I also put in the book too. If I forgot you, let me know. I'm gonna get out of the next one. I always put that. Because I forgot a few people, man. Because I didn't put my boy Q Ruck. I forgot him twice, and I was salty at myself for that. So I gave him a big shout out on my last joint, you know. But I thought I had Chris Royal on the frat because I put a bunch of the frat brothers up in here. You know, I got a whole section for the Kappa. Let me look.
He said, "Let me go fact check myself."
Well, you know I was gonna add that. He put it, so I have to add it.
Oh
Okay.
my God, man!
Yeah,
I
I
appreciate. Hey,
I got
I
him.
don't like to put people business out there, but people's like, you know what? I really don't read books like that, bro. But I've been looking for something different to tap into. You know what I'm saying? And I appreciate you, Chris, for actually
Yeah.
being a part of what we got going.
Yeah.
Man. For
Hey,
real.
I appreciate you for watching and letting me know. Like I said, if I forget somebody, I'll put it in every book. I always say, if I forget you, my bad. Let me know, and I will add you in there. And I'm gonna, give you a big shout out on the next joint I do for real, for real. I'm gonna write that down right now. Actually,
Now, in your next one, don't forget my name either.
Hey,
no,
right?
no, I got you. Oh no, come on now,
Hey,
come
I
on
swear,
now.
that's why I was like, hey, bro, we got it.
That's fine. Me and somebody look. When he said she's proud of you, Drue, man. Keep it up.
Oh,
Nothing
thank
but
you. I
love in
definitely
these
appreciate it.
comments. Nothing but love.
Big
I
facts,
think
man.
that was Sam Senior that somewhere he said thank you, but I missed it, y'all. Oh, yeah, he was saying thank you. That was him. I got my phone up, so I'm actually seeing who these people are.
Okay, yeah, he at work right now. So everybody that's at work, man, watching this, thank y'all, man, for real, for real. You the real MVP when it come to that, because
Oh
thank
yeah,
y'all.
yeah,
Yeah,
for
that's
real.
Chris. He said he didn't see it. It's all love, bro. Just giving you a hard time, but great read.
Oh no, it's not. Chris already know, man. We go back, man. So yeah, out there in Stillwater and stuff like that, man. We was out there trying to make it through the undergrad. And I'm out here at Langston staying in Stillwater, and they just showing me around. You know what I'm saying? Tell me where to go, where not to go. You know what I mean? Stuff like that. Because you gotta know where to go when you're in a place like Stillwater.
Man,
Ooh, you ain't never lied.
boy.
I'm just a little girl from Chicago that went to college in Oklahoma. You ain't never lied.
Oh, yeah. But shout out to everybody who went to OSU, man. Shout out to people out there at OSU. I used to get up with out there for real, for real. They showed us mad love.
For real, man. Like I said, I appreciate everybody for tuning in today. This is our first episode. This is the first QTNA from the book club. So I'm super excited to grow together. For real, for real.
Absolutely.
Like, man, for real, for real.
Absolutely. That's are there any I know you number 6 is dropping. Listen, I told you I had ordered a second one.
Yeah. I say I love that book right there. That book actually started as a blog. I
Okay.
was just making a blog to follow it with my blog book, the Professional Chronicles Volume 1. And I was just doing that like as a marketing piece, and it just turned into this book. And I was like, oh yeah, this turned into something else. I'm finna go ahead and just drop this then. You know what I'm saying? Like a little manual for people on their professional journey. And Sam said he been using it. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, wow, man, that's amazing.
I am not gonna lie. Like, I had a little mini series on Instagram.
Oh yeah, I remember. Yeah, I tapped in a couple times. Yeah,
and, people was like, "Where did you get that book?" I was like, "Him right there." I was like, "Yeah." And somebody called me, and I had to really like help somebody. Like, hey, just think about it like this. You know, keep it professional. You feel me? Like, everybody's a business. Do you want that good review? Or you want that bad review that's gonna knock your 5-star rating down? So I was like, I've been working on being kinder to everybody. You feel me? Because I'm like,
Absolutely.
You never know,
Drew,
man.
can we ask you? Do you know, like since book club, like, have our people really been getting the book like out there more since we've been pushing?
Oh yeah, I definitely have seen an increase in sales. You know what I'm saying? I didn't really have a lot of sales before. You know, I really started this, so it's definitely a good start for the year for me as far as sales and everything. And I'm definitely looking forward to just moving forward, whatever what we doing with the book club, and y'all help me push my stuff, and me helping y'all push y'all stuff as well. You know what I mean? I think it's going to be a good relationship moving forward. And this is really cool. This is really dope what we did today. Like, this is really beautiful for real.
Really
Absolutely, because that's all that we
That's it.
strive to do is to push each other. And Sam don't mind calling me sis. Like, okay, I've been trying to call you, you ain't answer. Like, Sam does not mind, and that's one thing I love about Sam. Because he don't see me as a friend. No, we don't have the same mom and dad, and we met in college. And I thank God for my mom told me in life, if you find friends that you can keep throughout the years, those are good friends. And she also said you don't have to talk to them every day for them to be your good friend. And Sam and I actually we go long periods of time without talking, but when we pick up the phone, it's like we never missed a beat. And, and that's just how it is with us. He'll call me, and when I say if I don't answer, he'll give me time to call him back. If I don't call Sam back, let me tell y'all, Sam will be on my email, on my Facebook, on my Snapchat, and be
Hold on.
like,
Hold on.
sis,
I'm like,
sis,
you snapping though. I'm like, you
right.
snapping though. I'm like, oh,
Oh
okay, you don't
man.
snap, but I can't get no. I'm like, all right, man, I'm gonna have to get you
Gonna
that
be.
lengthy email real
And
quick.
I appreciate that because Sam keeps me and he's like, sis, I really need your help. And I didn't want to do this without you. And I appreciate that because Sam knows and he knows for the last couple of years there have been things that I've been trying to do. And he's been giving me that little push that I needed. And so those who don't know, like I have my organization is called The Power Within, and that's my website scrolling at the bottom. thepowerwithinshy.com. I want y'all, if you can, just go to the website and just put your email in and just connect with us because we're trying to grow, build. It's not just about Chicago. Yes, that's my hometown town, so that's where I'm starting. But I want to grow across the United States. My business is to build Black communities, Black businesses, Black people. The Black community is dying because the Black people are dying. Black people are dying because they're not empowered. They don't have jobs. They don't have education. They don't have resources. So if we can read, we can work. If we can work, we can, have our own. So that's all that, that I'm trying to do. So I love that I've met you. I love the connection. I'm here to build all the way to Oklahoma. There's some stuff Sam and I are working on beyond the book club. That in the next 5 years, this book club, we might not even be the ones hosting
Right,
the
right, right.
video. We're
I'm
gonna
in.
be like, oh, our video on y'all go, so that we're just looking forward to the growth and the increase. But I do want to let you all know um, that in February, there are some things that I have coming up. I don't know if y'all can see my hoodie. Can y'all see my hoodie? Hey, girl. Hey,
Yeah.
girl. This is my brand, okay? Hey, girl. I haven't really
Talk your talk, girl. Talk that talk, girl. Go ahead. Get that.
I haven't really released Hey Girl yet officially. Hey Girl actually stands for Helping Every Young Girl in Real Life. It's a whole acronym.
Mm.
Helping every young girl in real life. And with this, my whole goal is to help a young girl building their confidence, self-esteem. And I'm in the process of writing as well. I have journals and all kind of things. We're working on our second, virtual event and things of that nature. But all through February, I want y'all to stay connected because we have some things going on that we're looking for businesses to connect with and authors to connect with. Some, if you're in Chicago, is going to be very beneficial to be in Chicago. Other stuff when we're going live online is going to be beneficial. But ultimately, like we want to connect. Listen, it's enough out here for all of us to eat. It's not
Facts.
fun to eat and watch you starve. I can eat and share my meal with you or to help you prep your own meal, let's do it. Let's build each other. It's all about working together. Working, that's my mom that said it's about working together. She's always taught me that to work together. And that's what we have to do. So I just wanted to let y'all know that the power within, that's what we're doing. We're trying to build elevated thoughts. That's what he's doing, trying to elevate your thinking and getting you to the next level. And we cannot do that without each other.
At all, because like the people that's tuning in, it wouldn't have been anything. Me and Z having to keep going through this book real quick and asking questions, but we wanted more than just our opinion. And I'm glad that we went on this platform because it allowed us to share the people's questions with the masses. Because yes, elevating thoughts, man, because we got that same old slave. People still got that right there. And that's what's hindering the progress and growth. Like you said, Drue, you used to hate white people. You feel me? And then you had to grow, and that's what it's about at the end of the day, man. So if you're not really growing, you're really stagnant, man. And I'm definitely not trying to be around no stagnant nothing. Been there too long. Already with the way the world already, give us that strike, like you said. Like, do you think I filled out the questionnaire beforehand? Like, I don't remember that. You know what I'm saying? Did I pick being black over other nationalities and all this other stuff? I picked male over female. I didn't, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just a blessing to be here. So while I'm here, I'm just do my job and keep on pushing y'all, help you reach your 100,000 goal, or at least to do my part along your journey to help you reach that. And,
Absolutely.
And that's why I was like, with Z, she's doing big things. I was like, why not, man? My homegirl Raquel Rogers is the first person I heard say this, but collaboration over competition, man. Like, it's so much easier to just collaborate and build together than to, you know what I'm saying, try to, the end results.
Yeah, do it by yourself. Yeah, you don't want to try to do it by yourself. You don't want to be a scrambling quarterback like Michael Vick out there in Atlanta. He had nobody to throw to. You know what I mean? You don't want to be doing that. That's tough work.
Super tough, bro. Super tough. Thank you, Tony. Yeah, man, it's just this is great. I didn't know that this was going to, like you said, I never in my life thought that I'd be hosting a book club. Let alone, like I say, those who know me know me. You feel me? They like, Sam with books? They like, hold on now. What? They like, what's your MO, bro? Like, what you got going? I'm like, man, like, bro, I know a quote. You have money in the book. Ain't nobody busting in no house looking in the books for money. I'm just telling y'all, gave you some game right there. But yeah, man, it's just a journey for me as well. I'm growing every day. This is my first time, like I say, being in front, doing this. So I was wanting to, Drue, can there anything else that I can do to promote you any better? You know what I'm saying? Is it anything you got for me? Because like you say, it's about helping this man get his goal, man. Like, there ain't no other point of that. You know what I'm saying? If I'm the only one reading the book, it's not you're like, yeah, Drue, you might have to figure something else out, bro. You might have to start hooping again. Like, I don't know. Yeah.
Give me a thunder tryout or something.
For real. But shoot, that's all I got for me, man. If you want to go follow me, go to elevatedthoughts.co. That was another collaboration deal there. Shout out to Caesar. It's a dope blog. Got a link to me. We got big things in the work. 2021 is definitely our year. I'm just tired of making excuses on getting stuff done. So this here was definitely a great way to start off the month of January. Y'all stay tuned. February is about to be lit. I'm just saying. February is lit too.
I got that in the mail too.
Right? So I'm like, we got Drue here. Slave Minds. This is the first month, y'all. Thank you, Z, for the dope artwork that you got for the little flyer. You got him in the month of January. And now, February is right around the corner. So this is the book that we tapping into, everybody that's part of the book club. So there you go. Movers, shakers, and standbyers. Boy, I opened it up and was like, here we go. Look, I got my bookmark and everything right there. I'm just like, hey.
Listen, I'm going to put that in the chat. Look, y'all. That's by Rosie Thompson, y'all. And there go her website. Go ahead. Let me tell y'all. Y'all got, I can download her book for 99 cents. I want y'all to tell her to break the internet with that 99 cents. If y'all, if you don't want to if you don't want to purchase the book and pay for shipping, then just go download the book for 99 cents. And it's a pretty quality book. I also want to just tell y'all congratulations to my brother. His baby was born last night. They didn't have the baby.
Congratulations.
We have to hold on to this till the baby was born.
Congrats, for real.
Congrats,
so for real. I'm excited. We're gonna start this read. Also on the Power Within, Drue, there's a link on my website, the links to yours, so people can go to my website to get to yours as well. We're going to be posting you everywhere. We want to keep in touch as well. We want y'all to just keep it up, stay in contact. If y'all want to be a part, email us, go message us, Sam and I, and we will communicate with y'all moving forward, how we will allow others to be a part. We have a few more months of authors. You see, thank you for those that are authors and are still connecting with us and following, because you can just wait around till your turn for your book to be read. So shout out to those that aren't just waiting around but supporting each other. That's real good support, y'all. So I'm happy about that.
Thank all the love in there, man. Yeah, congratulations on New Blessing. Yep, for real with that. Yes, this was, like I say, I prayed for one. You feel me? Hey y'all, this is me just giving y'all for real. Like, I prayed for one. I was like, just let me get one. Then I got Drue. And then once we got seven, and a publisher company. Like, come on, man. God is good. For real. I hope y'all gained something today, learned something. Hope we elevated y'all a little bit more than what you was today, at least with this book. Help change your mindset. You feel me? Because like for real, like it starts with you. It all starts with you and how you react from stuff. So we good to go, man. I'm excited. I'm gonna go get me some lunch with the kiddos. Enjoy the rest of my Saturday. I know everybody got their families. Y'all, for real, for real. Thank y'all. I'm just excited. I'm glad to get this one out the books. Like, oh shit. Check.
Yeah.
Check. We got it.
It's been great. Y'all, it's about to be a snowstorm here. They say we're supposed to get 12 inches of snow in Chicago. So we kind of like bundled in the house. Y'all be on the lookout. I have some Black History products. I know author Anthony S. has
15% off
15% off on his website for
Black
all of
History
his
Month.
merchandise. So make sure you check him out. Books by Anthony. What is it? Books by
Books by
author.
Anthony S.
There you go. .com.
Yeah.
It is. It is right there. Y'all stay in tune with me because I'm gonna be posting my Black History stuff because I got some stuff for y'all. All right. And peace out. One love.
Peace one.
Peace.